Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? That's the theme. You got to try something different every now and then. And, not that necessarily things are going poorly over on the Village Vice front, but we decided to do something a little bit different today. And that is we are live, all the way live. Yeah. This is not happening like this. Now, you may watch it later, but if you're watching right now, you're watching all the way live.
That's right.
Friday. It's Friday. It's a great day. And as you can see over there on the right, we got a lot of important things to talk about on today's Village Vice.
I just looked over there. You have Candy Rushmore over there?
Do you know? Yeah, for all the slackers at work, we got you covered here. It's almost no, it's not. If you're in the Eastern time zone, it's almost lunchtime anyway. So
yeah, Eastern time zone, 11:09 would be lunchtime for sure.
You could do that.
Sure.
Yep.
So let us know. So a few people have asked, like, when do you guys go live? And like, we do the barn cast.
Yeah.
During games and then Sunday nights. I kind of want to do one live Village Vice every week, but our schedule's so over the place. You and I've got to figure out a time. But if that's something you guys would like, let us know. All right, Bradlaw, let's jump into something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to do our 6-pack. We got a lot of we got a lot of talk about Oreos and Reese's the other day. Reese's. By the way, how do you say the name of the candy, Zach? How do you say it?
Reese's.
The peanut butter cups are made by the company.
Reese's.
No, Reese's.
Okay. Well, let's do that later. Let's fight about that in a little bit.
We'll get into the football right now. We'll get to the football. So, although I'm distracted by the comment, somebody's watching in an econ lecture. Pay attention. Pay attention to. I promise you're going to need that econ. You're going to need that.
Who's your econ professor? Who is
it? Hey, your boy George. You're going to need that econ information. So pay attention. All right. In discussing the bye week and changes, and Hugh Freeze made a statement that I don't want to feel like it's nitpicking because the head coach is right. The statement that I'm about to quote is accurate. There's a lot of truth in it, Zach. Here's what he said. I don't know how many people look at reality anymore, but that's 2 top 8 opponents on the road. It stings too bad because you see that you're close. If we can just coach a little better and put us in better positions, you're sitting here feeling a lot differently and sitting here hopefully maybe 4-1 or even 5-0, and that's not out of the realm of possibility. And Zach, that's true.
Oh,
that's true.
God. Yeah, sure.
It's true. And I know you don't have a lot of time for it, but backing up, that's true. And I know the comment's been made in other places that if Auburn had a different schedule or if they had other team schedules, the record, no question, is different than 3-1 or 3.5 and 1.5.
So what you're saying is sure. You've also been close for 3 years. It seems like he's been talking about it for so long.
Sure.
But like, what does he get out of saying this? Yeah. Why are you saying this over and over and over? Like, he talks about living in reality, right? At the first part of that quote.
Yep.
I think it's like, okay, reality, read the room. We don't care if you're close anymore. Get there. Finish the job.
Yeah.
Win the games that matter. Doesn't matter if you're close.
Yeah. Well, and to be clear, they all matter, and find out how much they matter when you lose one. They all matter. And the standard isn't to be close. The standard isn't to almost win. The standard is to win. And the point that's trying to be made is if you've played Arkansas and Kentucky instead of Oklahoma and Texas A&M, or if the officiating's different against Oklahoma, like there's a lot of ifs for what could have happened in the last 3 weeks. I think my angle to this is that what happened the last 2 weeks now doesn't matter anymore.
So if we're going to do the if game, which you're doing a little bit of because Coach Freeze is kind of doing a little bit of it. If you do the if game, well, what happens if John Mateer doesn't fumble in the red zone?
Yeah.
What happens if those 2 dropped picks by opposing defenders for Jackson, which were both terrible reads,
Mm-hmm.
what if they're not dropped? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
like, you're going to do the if thing. You've got to do the if thing both ways.
Sure. Which is why, like, what happened last year against Team X or Team Y or Team Z doesn't matter. It's all about what's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
I'm at that point with the last 2 games and the messaging around the last 2 games. In other words, what I would like to hear from people in leadership positions is not, hey, doing what we did, we got really close. But instead, I'd kind of like to hear, going forward, here's what we're doing to eliminate the things that did not allow us to win those games. Right? I mean,
Yeah, sure.
That's what. Now, there are some instances, and I see Sam push back. He says last year doesn't matter. It's indicative of habitual coaching. Yes, sometimes, if those are the patterns you're talking about. I'm not talking about coaching patterns. I'm talking about necessarily results of games. Like beating A&M last year didn't have anything to do with the game this year.
Can you imagine Sam, assuming this is Sam in the picture, can you imagine him wearing sleeves? Because I can't. With arms like that, why would you ever wear a sleeve in your life?
No, never. Never. Thank you, Sam. Should have won both. Yeah, but again, if like thinking that you should have won both games and knowing that and knowing there were opportunities to do that. Look, Auburn, never led against Texas A&M. It's not like the Oklahoma game where they took a lead in the fourth quarter. 2 separate independent games. But I would just still so much rather the emphasis be on moving forward and what happened and what do you fix and what do you do? What changes did you make? What new things did you try? What new commitments are you making? You know?
Brad, may I go to a question in the chat that I think is interesting? I think it's interesting for 2 reasons. Nava Reptiles. We're going to get into that name in just a second. That's the second thing that I want to get into. But they ask, is it a wild take to say that there were times last year we looked better than we have this season?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a wild take. I don't agree. I would not agree with that take. Because at this point of the season, last year we were 2-3, correct?
Yep.
Had a much easier schedule and couldn't go like 2 drives in a row without turning the ball over. So like I wouldn't, assuming you're making that take.
Yeah.
I would not agree with it. But would I say it's wild? I think there are some core elements of that where you could make the case, but I wouldn't agree with it.
Yeah. I don't think I want to jump. I think those waters are too murky to jump into because it's such a different, it's such a different makeup. Different parts of the game look different. Your opponents are different. It just, there's too many variables. So
do you think they sell reptiles? Do you think that's what this is?
There's a market for people to buy reptiles.
What's is there Nava Reptiles? What is your best selling reptile? Genuinely curious.
Boa constrictor. No.
Are snakes reptiles?
Oh, he does. They breed and sell snakes.
Oh, okay.
Can
you stop breeding snakes?
Yeah, great question.
It's like, cool. Don't do that anymore.
There's one reason that I would buy a big bucket full of snakes. And that would be termination. So, ball pythons. But I also keep super dwarf reticulated. Well, sure. I got to tell you, if you're going to have,
I think they just put random words together there.
If you're going to have a reticulated python, it better be a super dwarf one.
So what's standing out to me is ball is a python.
Yeah.
Ball is life, not a state.
I don't know. Look, you keep your own reticulated pythons to yourself.
Lightly used reptiles. That's hilarious.
I can make boots out of reptiles maybe and keep those, but
maybe that's Nava Reptiles.
Yeah.
move. I don't know.
You keep your super dwarf reticulated pythons to yourself. Thank you very much.
Hey, today's show is brought to you by our friends at Roback, RHOBACK.com. Use promo code BARN20 for 20% off your first order. We're both sporting Roback today, just water today for Brad Law. You've got quarter zips, you've got polos, you've got performance hoodies. Once again, that exact hoodie, Kyle has it at his house. He won't give it to me. Doesn't make any sense.
It's a good look.
Order my own again for the second time. Roback.com, use promo code BARN20 for 20% off your order.
This is the one you need for fall. It is, I mean, it's lightweight, but I mean, it's got a little, you know, a little carry to it. It's good. You're going to like it. So, yeah.
Where are we going now?
All right. So let's do our Village Vice 6-pack. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay.
There's no Auburn game this week.
Yeah. No Auburn game to pick. We got other
live
games
chat. So. Y'all vote. Y'all pick along with us this week.
Yeah, this is fun. Kentucky
good turnout for us just doing this for the first time, just turning it on. Yeah, we hopped in. I'm like, hey, let's just go live. Let's just do it.
Yeah, tells me a lot of people have free time in the middle of the day on Friday, and God bless you for it.
I don't think anyone.
Kentucky is at Georgia. Georgia is a. That's fair. We're not. 19.5-point favorite for Georgia. Did they cover? Kentucky's not beating Georgia, but did they cover the week before they come here?
Yes. I've got Kentucky plus the points, but Georgia winning outright.
Oh, so Georgia doesn't cover. All right. I think they do. I think Georgia covers this game. I think they'll win by 3 scores. They may not score in the first quarter, but I think they turn it on. Kentucky's in a bad way. How about Clemson at North Carolina? How about your boy Belichick? He's a 13.5-point dog at home to Clemson, to 1-3 Clemson.
I knew you were going to put one of these games on here. You can't help yourself.
Zach,
let's put a game on here that nobody cares about.
No, look at
that watches this show.
No, stop. People care about watching Dabo lose at Clemson, and your guy Belichick is. Do you not care about Bill Belichick anymore now that he's not with New England?
My head coach is Mike Vrabel.
Right. So you don't care about Bill Belichick anymore.
Not at North Carolina. No.
Wow.
I'll care about him when he's done.
Wow.
Like when Tom played for the Buccaneers, like we'll go back to that when you're done.
Yeah. But when he played with the Buccaneers, there was no part of you that wanted Tampa to win and Tom to win. And there wasn't any part of you that you still followed him?
I mean, I did in the playoffs, which they won. I was pulling for him against Mahomes, but I wasn't like a Bucs fan that year.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't care. But so, Zach, look at the schedule and tell me the other games you think people would care about that were worth talking about.
All right, well, let's keep going. Let's see how you do on the rest of them. Okay. Then if we're one short, I'll find you one.
Western Kentucky at Delaware.
You're trolling me.
I am now. Yeah, I'm trolling you on that. I mean, let's go Hens, but I am trolling you on that. So let's do Vanderbilt at Alabama. Alabama is a 10.5-point favorite.
Brad, I gotta be careful how I word this. Alabama is going to run them out of the stadium.
Yeah, well, because
they may not even finish the game. Yeah. This is going to be so bad.
This is same old Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not man enough to win in Tuscaloosa. Alabama's back. They clearly the game against Florida State, is because Florida State is a superior ACC power. And we're going to find that out too. So, Alabama proved last week by going to Georgia and winning that they were back. So I don't know why they're not ranked higher. So they win by more than 10.5?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Miami and Florida State? Miami, a 4.5-point favorite. Why are they not a bigger favorite in this game?
It's a great question. I'm taking Miami in this one. Yeah. I would also take them to cover.
Same. I think they win by double digits. Florida State can't stop. They couldn't stop Virginia. Couldn't stop them. Could not stop them. Yep, Miami covers. So we agree there. We're rolling right through this segment. Texas at Florida.
We all want to get to that last one. I can't wait to see what you have in store for it.
Texas. This is the last one I have. There's not another one that's on the. I don't have a full 6-pack this week. Texas is at Florida. Texas only a 5.5 point favorite. Florida wins. Florida wins. Florida wins.
I won't push back on that. I'm picking Texas, but this is like a mid-off. Like nobody is as good as they think they are, I think, in this one.
Yeah. So I'm going Florida. Yep, I agree, Sam. Billy wins. Yeah. Billy Gator gets the win.
All right, hold on. I'm about to pull up Sam's profile pic again. If you had to guess, is he wearing sleeves? Yes or no? Just real quick.
No sleeves.
Absolutely no sleeves.
And I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
So some of the other games this week, what are we going to do, Zach? Pick Oklahoma, Kent State, just for the engagement from the Oklahoma people that are still obsessed with Auburn?
I think that's a strategic. I think that would have been a strategic dub on your part. Yeah.
They're a 46-point favorite at home over Kent State.
Here, let's do this because there's something else I can do with this. So go ahead and do it as if it's part of the 6-pack.
Okay. So
just real quick, I'm going to do my bit, but you've got to like tee it up while taking a dig at the Oklahoma fan base. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Okay,
all right.
Go ahead.
And because the Oklahoma fans are still obsessed with talking trash to Auburn, Sooners 46.5 point favorites at home over Kent State. Who you got?
Yeah, obviously Oklahoma, because Kent is not a state.
Right. It's not.
So we could have done 2 bits with it. Yes, that's a better selection than Clemson, North Carolina. Yes.
No, it's not.
Live chat vote, just real quick. Vote real quick. Which game should be in the 6-pack? Clemson, North Carolina, or Oklahoma versus Kent State, which is not a state. All right. While they're voting, where are we headed next?
Nowhere. That's it. That's all. We could pick South Alabama at Troy, Texas Tech.
You have Houston. Candy Rushmore on the rundown.
Yeah. Well, I thought you meant another game. No, we are going to get there. We are going to get to Candy Rushmore. The amount of feedback that we got on the Reese's versus Oreo discussion. Yeah, everybody. Clemson.
We're not doing any more live shows.
There you go. Oh, Zach didn't like the response. Zach didn't like the feedback, so that's it. Zach, you got to get tougher skin, my man.
Yeah,
thicker skin.
Yeah.
Speaking of thick, Candy Rushmore.
Yeah.
If we assume Oreo and Reese's are 2 of the 4 on your Candy Rushmore, who are the other 2?
Let me ask you a few questions here. Do you mind?
Okay.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't mind at all. Go ahead.
Just chocolate?
Nope. Candy. Yeah, that opens it up a lot, doesn't it?
Are cookies candy? How are we describing candy?
I think you need to open a wrapper and take something out of a package.
Okay, because I don't know if I would say Oreos are candy, but if it's got to be like individually packed or whatever, that's part of it. Okay.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a packaged candy. So we can't do homemade chocolate chip cookies and pies and cakes, and it's not a dessert Rushmore. It's a candy.
No, I understand.
Wood's asking, how long does it take a rollback order to arrive? Thinking about ordering something for the game next week.
If you order it today, I feel pretty confident, assuming it's in stock or whatever. They'll have it.
Barn 20.
I've ordered from them twice. It was probably 3 or 4 days both times.
Yes, same.
Use promo code Barn 20 for 20% off your order. Skittles is my number 1 candy.
You got one. You fished one in. You reeled one in, Zach. You reeled in an Oklahoma person.
Was it Matthew?
No.
Oh, then we got 2.
That's
Matthew,
fantastic.
I think was his name, said it too. Matthew Smith said Oklahoma Kent.
You think he's an Oklahoma person? I'm talking
about.
I
think he's just like not interested in Clemson.
I see.
And North Carolina, because if you watch this show, you care about the SEC typically.
All right. No,
I'm going Skittles, Reese's, Oreo, and I'm having a hard time with the 4th one. I think that's the top tier.
Yeah.
And I think there's a bit of a drop.
Okay.
After that.
So far, Alex says big sweet tarts. That's a strong play. Steven says Twix. It's the only candy with a cookie crunch.
Twix isn't a bad one.
Twix is not bad, but I don't know.
Also, like, I don't think you can do. I don't think you can your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
and your 4 favorites aren't the same thing.
Okay.
Like, I like the airhead that are like rolled up.
Yeah. Sure.
And
you
there's
do.
like I like those, but they're not they shouldn't be in the discussion for like Rushmore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Sure.
like I probably buy those second to Skittles when you're talking about candy.
I'll tell you, I like a good Werther's original, but it's not on the Mount Rushmore.
See, I think you could argue that it is just because of the classic timelessness of it all.
Well, but is that, so is anything new and modern just not considered because it's not been around long enough?
Whoppers with my 4th.
Whoppers?
Love Whoppers.
But you just said it's not your favorite. It's your, it's.
Your boy George figured it out for us.
Wow.
What a well-timed
I agree.
Super chat. Butterfingers are amazing. I think they just signed Ryan Williams, but I could be mistaken. And so just like that, the Mount Rushmore are Skittles, Reese's, Oreos, Butterfinger. Thank you, Butterfinger. George.
It's there. Butterscotch. How are we having the thick combo? Whoppers is a wild take. I agree, but I don't know if I want to agree with the guy who breeds and sells snakes. So I'm conflicted on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Reptile guy. What do you eat? Because I'm sure it's different than everyone else here. If you're breeding snakes.
Gosh, how many mice do you have to go through in a month if you breed and sell snakes?
Since this is new and we haven't done this, and there might be new people that don't watch this, like we are an Auburn show.
Yep.
Let's spend the next few minutes, Brad, if you don't mind. We'll just answer your questions.
Okay.
Auburn related or ridiculous questions, whatever. So flood the chat.
Okay.
We'll we'll kind of answer your questions on that. Jay is saying that they eat gummy snakes, which is probably true. That's probably true. That's hilarious.
Doesn't that freak out the real snakes if you eat gummy snakes? Don't they then see you as a threat?
All right, Sam asking the first one. All right, just real quick. I'm about to put Sam's picture up. He's not wearing sleeves.
Okay.
I told you, I warned everyone. Does Brad use dude wipes?
Keep them in the office. Yes, I've got them.
When's the last time you've used a dude wipe?
Yesterday.
Not this morning?
Nope.
Haven't needed to?
Nope.
Really? It's not part of your morning.
You want to keep it most of the time,
but not today.
Not today.
Like dinner last night?
How far you want to keep going down this road?
I mean, I haven't stopped.
Didn't go for a run.
Keep going.
Didn't work out this morning. So.
Oh, is that usually what it takes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Alec, we can't use that question. We can't put that question up here. I'll doctor it a little bit.
Okay.
Alec asked if we win 7 or less.
Speaking of dude wipes,
subpar passing game, does Cam leave? That is my biggest fear, Alec. I think if we win 7 or less, I think we lose a lot of people. Like I'm not ready to say like specific names, but like I think roster retention would be an issue. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm less worried about that because I don't know. I'm less worried because I think the whole package, like if the record doesn't go well and the passing game isn't very good and you don't win enough games, they're going to be, I don't know. It's just not that stable a situation anyway. And I think there's more to the Auburn package than just what happens on the field.
All right. This one, I think he left the question mark off the end. Your boy George says, Brad, you need more fiber?
Nope. I'm good. I'm really good.
Steven asks, what a beard by Steven. Wow. I love that. Steven asks if you use dude wipes in the office.
If necessary.
Okay. Not
like in my office, but in the restrooms here within the office. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this one. WC Hawkins says, dude wipes is a slippery slope. I have them. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Look, there's more than one use. So moving on.
Austin asked, does DK get snaps next week against Georgia? If not, when would he? I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't think so
personally.
either.
I mean, I think if you lose against Georgia, though, like it kind of opens up some things where like you almost just have to try stuff to try stuff. And so like maybe, but like, I don't want to roll them out against Missouri either. Is Arkansas after that?
Yep.
Like, do you want his first start to be on the road? Like, there's not an ideal first game,
right,
to run somebody out there. So
that's right. Yeah, and I don't think you see him either, unless things are inept for 3 quarters, and you're just trying to try anything.
Would ask, does a win against Georgia erase the last 2 weeks? I think it would.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would.
Yeah, but again, not in the sense that you're looking back still. What it does is it gives you a lot more optimism that you go into the second half of your schedule thinking, all right, now we have a more recent proof of concept. Like you had proof of concept against Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
And so you felt great going into Oklahoma, in part because of what happened against Baylor. So you go into your second half of your schedule optimistic, because if you beat Georgia, you haven't done it throwing 55 times. You've beaten Georgia running the ball effectively. And that gives you a recent proof of concept going into the second half of the schedule.
Taylor says nerd gummy clusters.
Strong. Those are strong.
Once again, like really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, there's only 4 spots.
Mount Rushmore? I don't know. I mean, you're thinking about legacy when you talk about Mount Rushmore for a specific thing.
Like you didn't mention Snickers. You didn't mention traditional M&Ms. Traditional M&Ms could be anything.
So I thought about M&Ms for a second. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought about it. M&Ms. You got Taylor saying nerds gummy clusters.
M&M. M&Ms, by the way, have gone the way of Oreos in that we don't need 20 different varieties. I don't need coffee M&Ms. I don't need pretzel M&Ms. I don't need cookie M&Ms. I need either plain M&Ms or peanut M&Ms. Period. 2. Focus on those 2. Take up shelf space with those 2.
This is a bad take.
You think so?
You didn't mention the best 2 M&Ms.
Sure, I did. I said plain and peanut. I mentioned them.
The best 2 M&Ms are the pretzel ones. And then peanut butter M&Ms are special. They're so good. The red wrapper.
Yeah, I know. No, and I've eaten my share of peanut butter M&Ms. I'll give you that.
Prison Mike agrees with me.
Tell you what, that's who I want to take advice from is Prison Mike.
And his profile picture is a P for peanut butter M&Ms. That's how much Prison Mike loves them. Prison Mike?
How much screen time they give you in a week, Prison Mike?
You think he's using it all right now? It's like,
right.
We finally went live. I gotta use it.
I've never seen Prison Mike comment on one of our videos before, ever. So is this the only time Prison Mike can watch? Oh, man.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Did we do this before? Not the pretzel chocolate debacle. Remind me. I don't remember this.
Oh, because you said that pretzels were, what was it? You said that pretzels were a sweet snack, maybe, if you could. I don't remember exactly, but there was some wild take. It was completely.
It's not that out of pocket.
It is, too.
I disagree, my guy. I disagree.
In 301 episodes, that was your worst.
You think? That was my worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smooth almond M&Ms. Get out of here. Get out of here with almond M&Ms.
That's what the A in his profile picture is for. Is
for
almond M&Ms.
Good point.
Yeah.
I just don't need them. Don't need caramel M&Ms. Don't need almond. Like I don't need peanut butter pie Oreos. I don't need birthday cake Oreos. We don't need it. We don't need it.
All right.
Do we have any other questions that came in?
Any other questions? We're going to wrap this up, folks. Any other questions? Just real quick. Let's do one more. The next question that comes in is great. It doesn't matter if it's serious or not. We're taking it.
One more question.
And then that's it. Who's doing it?
Feels like a press conference. I'll take one more.
Who's dropping the mic?
I'll take one more question.
It's like, Kirk, one more, please. One more, please. Thank you. Oh man, everyone's going to hate this one. Next card I'm hunting for. I'm going to a card show tomorrow in Commerce, Georgia. That's how I'm using my bye week. And looking to buy basketball, honestly. Looking to buy basketball for the start of the season. And then one last one. Your boy George asking, who should I consult about crabgrass in my yard? I would say Nava Reptiles. I'm sure that they've got an answer. I'm sure he's breeding some kind of creature that'll eat it. That's my guess.
Oh, that's fantastic. Should we do this regularly?
I think we should just do it on Fridays. Yeah. Let's figure out a set time that we both can like consistently do, because you're kind of Fridays might be tough during the season, but I would like to do that.
Road weeks are tough. Home games are pretty locked in. I think we could do that.
I feel like we've already played all of our road games, so it's
true. Well, now look, that is reality. That is reality. Is you only got 2 road games left, Arkansas and Vandy. That's it.
It's kind of crazy to think about.
Well, yeah. And again, if you want to get back on the Sunshine Pump and Train, like if you're just seeking a path to do it, you've played your 3 toughest road games of the year already before your bye week, and now you can get rolling.
And we're close.
We're very close.
We're so close.
Yeah,
we're close. Yeah. All right, that is it for today's show.
Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do that, please. You get notified anytime there's a live or recorded Village Vice. And remember, until next time, say it with us. Everyone has vices. Make sure Village Vice is one of yours.
Yeah.